Welcome Primary 4, with you is Miss Noura Abdurrahman, and today we are going to talk about part number 4 from lesson number 1, which is the digestive system. So let's start. The previous session we talked about the mouth and the pharynx, and now we are going to talk about the third organ in the digestive system, which is esophagus. And esophagus is a muscular tube, and muscular means made of muscles. So the esophagus is a muscle and it has a shape of tube, so it is a tube made of muscles. The function of esophagus is to let or to allow the food passing or moving from pharynx to stomach, So the esophagus is a muscular tube. Let the food pass from mouth to the stomach. And now let's go to the stomach. It is the fourth organ in the digestive system. The stomach is a muscular sac. What's the meaning of muscular sac? It is made of muscles, and sac means bag, so it is a bag made of muscles. This is the stomach. What is the function of the stomach? It secretes or produces the gastric juice. So again, what is the juice of the stomach? Gastric juice. Repeat after me. Gastric juice. So the stomach secretes the gastric juice, and it is completing the digestion of proteins. Proteins like what? Like meat and chicken and fish. Okay, how can the stomach complete the digestion of protein? It is mixing the food which is contain the protein with the gastric juice. It is mixing the meat with gastric juice, and gastric juice change the protein inside the meat into a semi-liquid substance. What's the meaning of semi-liquid substance? It is not liquid and not solid. It is a substance like cream in between. It is like the cream. So again, the gastric juice change the protein into semi-liquid substance. The gastric juice change the protein into semi-liquid substance. Let's look to this picture. This is the meat mixed by gastric juice in the stomach and turn into semi-liquid substance. So again, the stomach secretes the gastric juice and complete the digestion of protein. What is the function of the gastric juice? Change the protein into semi-liquid substance. And now let's go to the small intestine. The food now enters the small intestine. The small intestine is the largest or the longest part in the digestive system. The length of the small intestine is 7 meters. Okay, how can the 7 meters get inside our body? It has a coil shape or zigzag shape, so it's curved inside our tummy or our abdominal cavity. The small intestine consists of 2 parts, duodenum and ileum. Let's look at this picture. The duodenum is the first part of the small intestine, and after that we have the ileum. In the duodenum there is a 2 juices poured or butted in the duodenum. This is a 2 juices poured in the duodenum or butted in the duodenum. What is the 2 juices? Pancreatic juice. Do you remember the pancreatic juice? Yes, it's created by pancreas. The pancreatic juice created by pancreas, which is a supplementer. And number 2, the bile juice, which is secreted by liver, which is a supplementer also. So again, there is a two juices poured in the duodenum or put in the duodenum. Pancreatic juice secreted from pancreas and bile juice secreting by liver. Okay, so they are the pancreatic juice secreted by pancreas but poured in the duodenum, and bile juice secreted by liver but poured in the duodenum. And in the ileum, the part number 2 of the small intestine, there is just a one juice poured, which is called intestinal juice. Again, intestinal juice. Again, intestinal juice. So inside the duodenum, there is two juices created, poured, and inside the ileum, there is a one juice poured. In the duodenum, pancreatic juice and bile juice, and in ileum, just intestinal juice. So, what is the function of the small intestine? The first function of the small intestine is to complete the digestion of food by the three juices is poured in the small intestine. We talked about three juices poured in the digestive system: bile juice, pancreatic juice, and intestinal juice. Bile juice, pancreatic juice, and intestinal juice. First, the bile juice secreted by liver or from liver and poured in the duodenum. So secreted by liver and poured in the duodenum. And the function of the bile juice is to digest the fats. When we eat a food contains fats, so the bile juice change the fats into something called fatty emulsion. Fatty emulsion. So from fats to fatty emulsion. From fats to fatty emulsion. What is the meaning of fatty emulsion? Fatty emulsion means a small drops of fats or small drops of oil, so it can be easier to digest. So the bile juice change the fats we eat into fatty emulsion. The fats we eat into fatty emulsion. Bile juice created by liver and poured in the duodenum. The pancreatic juice secreted by pancreas and poured in the duodenum. The intestinal juice poured in the ileum. Super. And now let's watch a video for the experiment of the bile juice. We can take the bile juice from the liver of the chicken. After that, we can put it here. This is the fresh bile juice. After that, we can bring a new tubes. One of them have oil and water, and one of them oil and water and bile juice. And let's mix it together. And after a few minutes, you can see this. Here, the fats didn't dissolve or didn't mix with the water, but in the second tube, the fats mixed with water and the bile juice and become a fatty emulsion. And fatty emulsion is a small drops of oil like that. So from this fats to fatty emulsion. With you was Miss Noura Abdurrahman, and thank you for listening.